What's up guys, Leaf right here. Welcome to the channel, and today we'll be talking about the original full frame mirrorless camera from Canon, the Canon EOS R. We'll be talking about whether it is a viable option for you in 2023 going into 2024. So make sure you guys stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Alright guys, welcome back. So like I said earlier, we'll be talking about the Canon EOS R and whether it's still a good option in 2023 going into 2024. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little biased. This camera is one of my favorite cameras I ever used. Love that camera. I would have no problem adding that camera to my kit. Would it be my main camera now? Probably not, because I think the EOS R6 has just addressed everything that I didn't like about the Canon EOS R, and so I would definitely have it as a B camera for me. But that's not what we're really talking about. We're talking about, can you use this thing as, you know, is it a viable option for you now that it's 5 going on 6 years old, and this was Canon's first venture into the full frame mirrorless realm. So what do you guys think? I mean, do you think this is a good option as it pertains to video? I think it can still be a good option, but as far as the specs that it has, it's just kind of getting a little long in the tooth. It's just has a hard time holding up to things that you can get nowadays. But still, it has good video quality. The 1080p on it is great. It's a very sharp, nice looking 1080p. It is 8-bit, but you do get a high quality, high bit depth 8-bit on this camera. So, and if you do have an Atomos Ninja V, you can record 4K 10-bit externally. So that is, you know, something you can do if you have the external recorder to do that. But you know, you got 1080p 60 frames per second, 120p 720 frames per second with no audio and no autofocus. The 4K, some people say it's unusable. It's not unusable, you just have a massive 1.74 times crop, so you are not getting the full width of that sensor. And if you want an ultra wide shot, you have to go down to a ultra wide APS-C lens to get that. So you know, that is definitely a bummer. You do get the shoot in C-Log, so you do have the flexibility to kind of go, you know, manipulate your image and get a nice looking image. It does produce very good video in my opinion. I'm going to show you guys some of it now. It's going to kind of overlay so you can see it. Again, it's good for video. I think who it really applies to is people that need a budget camera to produce content, or people that are starting off and want to get a decent price full frame camera that's going to give them really good results. If you're a professional and you have, you know, a higher level camera, I don't know if this is really a spot for you in your kit. Like I said, I would use it as a B or C cam for me, but it's just not, it just doesn't quite hold up when it comes to video. I think you still produce really good video content. You can produce a lot of good promo videos, online videos, stuff like that. But anything really big or major, I think this thing would definitely fall short on that, especially because it only does have the one SD card slot, which is definitely a deal breaker for some people. It never was an issue for me. I never had any issues, but there are those horror stories on the internet that it has been an issue. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. You can find this thing for around $1,000 to $1,100 online, really good condition. I haven't seen anywhere where you can buy brand new online. Maybe there's somewhere out there in the corner of the internet where you can find this camera brand new, but I would not recommend doing that. You can find great deals aftermarket for the EOS R, and that's where I'd recommend. If you are looking for this camera, that's what I would recommend for you to look. Let's talk about where its strengths are. I believe this thing is a amazing photo camera. You have the 30 megapixel sensor and takes amazing, nice, crisp, sharp images. The dynamic range on it is great. You can recover the shadows, pull down the highlights, and maintain a lot of detail. I've taken a lot of pictures I've loved with that camera. So as a photo camera, it's perfect. Like I have no complaints. It's not the fastest photo camera, like you're not gonna get a super high burst rates on it, but you're still gonna, it's still a very good photo camera. Probably not very good for sports photography, but you know, if you're doing portraits, landscapes, street photography, any kind of stuff like that where you don't need that high burst rate, I definitely think it's a great camera for photography when it comes to that. So again, I definitely think there's a place for this camera in 2023 going into 2024. Again, for video, for me specifically, like I said, it would be a great B or C cam for me. I would have no problem getting it. At this point, I don't have the use to buy another camera right now, so I'm not doing it. But I would definitely, you know, down the road, if I, you know, eventually had a use for it, I would definitely have no problem adding this camera to my kit. And again, it's great for people that are starting off or needing that budget full frame camera that's going to produce really good video results. And again, it's a very good photography camera. So yeah, I think it definitely is. It just really depends what your use case is. It does have a lot of negatives. You know, a lot of people don't like the touch bar. I just shut the thing off because it was kind of annoying to me. Again, I already touched on the one card slot, and you know, some people don't like the doesn't have full-size HDMI. I don't really care too much about that. Overall, I mean, I don't think the camera was a bad camera. I think it was a good start for Canon in the full-frame mirrorless realm. So, yeah, I don't know. That's all I really got on that camera. I love that camera. It's been one of my favorite cameras I've ever used. It will always hold a special place in my heart. So, I definitely recommend, if you fall into some of those areas I talked about, I definitely think you won't be disappointed if you get that camera. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap this video up. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys found some use out of it. I will see you guys next time I make a video. Have a good one.